Okay, just seeing if everything is working, and then we should be all good. And we'll be officially streaming. Everything sounds all good. As soon as I start the thing, the computer starts to get a little bit brazy, but you know, it's just trying to do some adjustings here. It's not really, it's a kind of a new setup. I mean, it's literally all of the same equipment, except I'm now standing, so it's all about that somewhat. So we are now live for this game. It is set to public, isn't it? Yep, I was about to say, because that could have been really dumb if we weren't actually live, to say the very least. But everything looks good. Everything looks all right. It is going to be, for certain, an interesting match and encounter tonight, for both games, really. But of course, going into this first game that we are doing, North Queensland Cowboys up against the Gold Coast Titans. Obviously, we had a bit of the Battle of Brisbane. Not the one involving the American soldiers being World War II, but an actual sporting Battle of Brisbane last night, and the Broncos taking the win over the Dolphins. But now we've got focusing on the other one, which is right now the North Queensland Cowboys up against the Gold Coast Titans. So, without further ado, we can go straight into the team list for both teams, both starting lineup. So we'll start off with the North Queensland Cowboys. We've got Tom Chester at fullback, with Kyle Felt and Murray Talagi on the wings, with Valentine Holmes and Geramat Shibasaki in the centres. Tom Dearden at 5'8", and Chad Townsend at halfback. John McLean, Reece Robson and Griffith Niam as the prop hooker prop for the Cowboys. Cohen Hess and Jeremiah Nana in the second row, with Jason Tamalalo at lock. Interchange consists of Jake Granville, Helam Lukey, Jermaine Tanoa Brown and James Tamau, with Brendan Elliott set to be the injury reserve for the Cowboys. And going for the Gold Coast Titans, AJ Brimson at fullback, with Alafina Khan Pereira, I probably butchered that, on a wing alongside Philip Summer, with Brian Kelly and Aaron Shupp in the centres. Kieran Foran at 5'8", with Tanner Boyd at halfback. Awika Fodawaker, Chris Randall and Tino Fasor Malawi as the prop hooker prop, with David Fafita and Joe Stimson in the second row. Isaac Liu is the lock. And the interchange consists of Jaden Campbell, Joe Vuna, Aaron Clark and Isaac Fasor Malawi, with Cleese Haas as the injury replacement for the Gold Coast Titans. That's a new scene. Yep, okay, good. At least we've got that all very much sorted. So, all in all, it's going to be very interesting, this game. It is going to be interesting, to say so at least, because if people have been paying attention to this betting market, the actual odds are in favour of the North Queensland Cowboys. Though the Gold Coast Titans currently have the better run of form. It is a little bit odd. It is rather weird, to say the very least. Going to overlooking in terms of fantasy at the moment. For my team specifically, we've only got one player playing in, and that is, of course, right at the top up there near the mid. It is, of course, Tino Fasua Malawi. That is going to be our player. Overall, it's been okay. I mean, I probably shouldn't have captained Reece Walsh. We did end up getting 80 points, but it's been fairly solid all around. Still got a couple of players still left to play. Obviously, one of my halfbacks will be playing later tonight in the second game. Very big match. It is, of course, the South Sydney Rabbitohs up against Manly Sea Eagles, which will be immediately after this match, to say the very least. But, you know, it's all relative, to say the very least. North Queensland Cowboys vs Gold Coast Titans. Yep, I'm just trying to check, because I actually had a situation where all of these sort of... I had to reset my laptop because of some problems, but it's all sorted now currently, but we just had to try to re-download everything and all that, and to say it was a bit of a pain would be a understatement of the century. So kind of just trying to cross into actually getting the live chat here, as YouTube Studio is starting to be a little bit wonky, but you know. So yeah, currently at the odds are $1.45 in favour for the North Queensland Cowboys, $2.75 for the Gold Coast Titans. I don't know how I personally feel about that, in all honesty. Sup here, Fries, good to see you, man. I mean, it has been a while, basically. For those wondering, it's basically just been uni sleep pattern being absolutely abhorrent. Just guess if I move too close forward, it's weird. This focusing, but should be an interesting game. For this match, personally, I actually have tipped the Titans to win. I mean, in fairness, my tipping has been fairly crap. I mean, so far I've only gotten 1 out of 3 correct, and that was the Dolphins Broncos game last night. So yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. In terms of some of the key players that I kind of want to bring up, I'll just bring up the team list again. This doesn't really reflect it, but the amount of players with their names starting with the letter J in this fixture is absolutely ridiculous. So currently, in the starting 13, you've got 3 on the Cowboys and 1 for the Titans. But once you get down to the interchange, the Titans have got 2 on their bench, being Jaden Campbell and Joe Vuna. And then for the Cowboys, you've got 3 of Jake Granville, Jermaine Tanoa-Brown, and James Tamau. So all in all, 5 on the bench, 4 on the front. That is 9 out of a possible 26 players named in these squads today that have the name their name starting with a letter J. It is unfathomable. It is ridiculous to say at the very least. And I just realised that the colour palette is a bit crap. But, you know, we keep going. And we all keep going. We keep advancing. We just keep going. Oh. But, yeah, so pretty much I'm starting to get back into like this of trying to balance everything from university and from university and doing YouTube and stuff like that. That's just kind of been how for the last couple of weeks, but we're starting to get back into the swing of things. I will be on mid-semester break in about 2 weeks' time, so from the 7th to the pretty much to the 25th, really. So pretty much Easter till Anzac Day, I'm off, so no bit of time there. So looking into the poll of the chat, obviously there is for every game there is of course a cheeky little poll you can vote in to see who you think is going to win. Currently it is split down the middle, 50-50. One vote saying the North Queensland Cowboys will take the win, and the other one saying they'll be the Titans that will pick the points up away from home. It is an overall weird game. I might go onto ESPN. That's something I actually might do, is actually go onto ESPN Footy Tips to get like a kind of gauge thing of like, what are people actually predicting for this matchup. Okay, I'm just trying to see if like all the tags are working. Just adding a few things, a bit of a behind the scenes of YouTube to say the very least. But I just realised I've just been having my mic just staring at me. So hello. But few key instances of 2 players, one from each team is for the Cowboys is Jeremiah Shibasaki, and the other one being Chris Randall for the Gold Coast Titans. Both of them obviously former players of the Newcastle Knights. I mean, not obviously. I mean, I know them. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. They're alright. Just couldn't really get their footing into the first team, and obviously from all the recent news about in terms of a certain player currently at the top of the leaderboards being a part of the Newcastle system when he was younger. Yep, Jacob Kiraz was in the Knights circle. It's the same thing with who else was it? Zach Hosking, who just got his first match with the Penrith Panthers. It's just the amount. I mean, I know like you obviously can't scoop up everybody in terms of like of a recruitment pool, but it's like, man, the Knights have just really missed out on some really good players. Obviously, I don't think Kiraz is going to be winning the Dally M this year, but I mean, he is currently top of it, so he's doing something very well. It's very good to see from positive signs from him and the Bulldogs especially. Got the Titans winning this game. Yeah, it's... Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually just going to go to ESPN because that's where I do my own like tips when I'm in a competition with mates. and I'm just going to just check, because it actually has a thing when you put your tips in, it checks on a percentage of who people are picking, because I want to see if this market actually, the betting market actually reflects what people are saying and thinking that the Cowboys will take this game. Be very. I actually also need to find a way to actually get it up. That'd be a good idea, but okay, so let's have a look. I'll just go to tipping, NRL. I know this is probably not going to be showing up, but you got to trust me. Trust me with this. So, okay. First game, form guides. Tip the Titans. What are people saying? If they actually even say anything. It doesn't. Usually, I swear, usually there'd be a thing where it would say, maybe it must reset before. I know Sportsbet actually does a voting thing. Let me just go to that quickly. I know this is rigorous content, to say at the very least, because it's just you watching a guy needlessly go into looking at his computer, but you got to do what you got to do somehow. 1 to 12, yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I mean, that's how it has been a much closer competition so far, which has kind of been actually a very good thing for the NRL currently. So, okay, they have these stats and insights, so who will win? I'll just put a vote for the Gold Coast. Okay, so from just about over 2,000 votes, 59% are in favour of the Cowboys taking the win. So there is a little bit of a difference, but I don't know if it warrants like a bit of a disparity from from the actual tipping, to say the least. But yeah, so then the Titans support, I very much think so as well. Be interesting to see what happens and see how the Rugby League YouTube community handles that, and it'd be interesting to see how that all will go down. Just trying to think of some way. We're just about 20 minutes away from kickoff. There was it's a little bit weird, to say the very least, about with the Cowboys. I mean, especially because obviously they're playing without who's that bloody fullback? The one who dog hit someone. Scotty Drinkwater, that's it. Obviously playing without him. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's just the Titans are pretty much playing full strength, and I feel like it's going to be an important thing for them, but it's just odd. It's odd how this is all working so far. Do I have to turn this up? Because I'm noticing now it's now starting to get... I think it's because it's getting darker, but that's as high as it goes. Ooh. Interesting. Whoa! That's starting to turn. Let's just get that there. Yeah. Pretty much got to stand pretty much close. So, Titans obviously coming off a win against the Melbourne Storm last week. And another high-scoring affair. I think it's in the top 5 of the highest-scoring performances by a team that still would end up losing. So yeah, just trying to see what happened to the Cowboys. The Cowboys played Brisbane last week, didn't they? No. Ooh, hang on, no. No, the Cowboys played the Warriors last week. That's right, yeah. I think so. I've lost my mind. I haven't really been paying that much attention. But yeah, I know the Cowboys are certainly coming off a loss. It was against the New Zealand Warriors, a very gutsy win by the Warriors. But I don't know. I just don't really end up seeing this actually being as a win for the Cowboys. But one thing in terms of the ins and outs, you got Sam McIntyre out for the Titans, with Khaleesi Haas coming in for the Gold Coast. James Tamo's coming in for Ruben Cotton being out. So not really that much changes. Just one in, one out type thing is basically how it is. But do you still write the team lists in a book? Don't I ever? I don't know why. It's just if I had like a proper monitor, if I had like an actual PC with like a 2 monitor setup, then I wouldn't. But I don't know. It's just you go through like a flick of lists of like ones that happens. It's got like some old ones. So here's like Penrith Manly. I think that might have been from last year, I believe. What else is there? Just looking over. This must be this is from 2021. This could be actually a proper old one. That's not the grand final. I don't think that's a good. Canberra is another one. Canberra versus Manly. It was a very low scoring game. I think it might have been just won by Canberra. I'm not too sure. Warriors, Dogs. I'm trying to think. Jeremy Marshall King was at the Dogs then. That's nice to see. They're all scattered all between books. There's no like linear thing with it. So, Rabbitohs with Rabbitohs Josh Mansell. That's nice. And would you put up lines next to the player's name when they score? Yep, I still very much do that. I have evolved somewhat into actually actually changing the colours of it, because then it just gets a little bit confusing, because I also put lines in the middle of the page when it's like in the same position but different numbers, which isn't really that much of an issue with the NRL, but very much when it's Super League, when it's squad numbers, not position numbers. But yeah, it's what do you do? But once I develop and actually, become an actually alright YouTuber and not a pest, I think there's some ways that we can definitely improve it. But it's still pretty even, to say the very least, with the chat. I mean, in fairness, it's like with the numbers, it's randomly. I think it's just off squad. It's very similar to probably how it would be with football over there, or just football in general. We have had another vote join. Haven't seen it yet. It's gone in favour of the Titans. So currently at the moment, going against the grain with the betting market and the populace. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I just realised, the pop-up on the badge, I need to actually, no, I should have a thing where it's like only off, but maybe when it's live, it's always there. Sup, Jack? Good to see you, man. It's been a while. I mean, not for you, but it's been a while for me streaming. It's been, genuinely would probably be the Warriors game back in round 1. Would have been the last game I did. How's it going? Obviously, you're probably happy with the win last night against the Dolphins. I was watching that game live in my local, but I don't know. It's, as much as I don't have a problem with the Dolphins, I kind of don't really want them to do that well, because like everyone just like there's obviously in all sports there's bandwagoning issues, but it's like, especially when a new team comes in, it's like everyone's now on this hype train, and it's like, it's a bit of me that like wants the world to burn, is like, yeah, but I don't want them to win, basically, in that kind of thing. But look, I completely understand if you actually are from Redcliffe and supported them in the Queensland Cup and stuff like that. Completely, if from Queensland, genuinely understand that. But it's like, I know people like in Newcastle who've like not left the city that now support the Dolphins now. My brother, my brother actually supports the Dolphins now, because he's sick of the Knights and their bullshit, which is an understandable sentiment, but it's whatever. So okay, a few more votes are coming in. The votes coming in quick shot. 5 votes now, and it's currently 3-2 in favour of the Titans. Still 60% majority. It's yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. So I'm interested to see how Isaac for Malali plays. Obviously, Dolphins are now going to get the wooden spoon. I don't think it's going to get to that extent. Well, obviously, because I have heard that they've gotten a few players now that are probably going to be out with injury. I think Jeremy Marshall King was out or is now going to be out. Sean O'Sullivan's now out. Apparently, Tessie Niu, something's happened with him. So this is where we will figure out, are the Dolphins like in it for the long haul? Because I mean, currently at the moment it's not really like a March Premier situation. Speaking of Premier, the voting happened today for the New South Wales state election. That's it's just exciting times. I have same game multis. Pereira anytime. Times 1 to 12 and Holmes anytime try score. Yeah. Probably so. I back that. Tell you what, Pereira actually been going very, very well so far. Having a very good start to his season. So yeah, a bit weird about there being a triple header tomorrow on a Sunday. Usually today would be the triple header, but for Sunday we will be doing the first 2 games because I can't do the final. I can't do the St George Sharks game because of work. But so it's around. I think it's 2 o'clock. You've got the Warriors against the Bulldogs, and then at 4 p.m. you've got the Knights against the Raiders, which. Not exactly looking forward to because I do think Canberra might go rush. I don't think they're going to get belt at the Knights, but I do think Canberra will walk away with a win. I think they're going to go very well because I think the forward pack that Canberra has is just really good. So yes, obviously looks a little bit different because it's basically where I've been filming my videos now. It's basically, I like to be like standing now a bit more, it's taking a leaf out of Waste of World of Sports book. I'm fairly certain he stands for his streams as well, so you got a bit of that. It's just, I just spend too much time sitting down. It's like you're like hunched over, like, I don't know if you can tell, I've got like a slight little bit of a hunch. I mean, not as bad as like, me wanting to burn down Notre Dame or whatever, but, yeah, I think it's just a thing, just getting some work into your legs and stuff like that, but yeah. In fairness, though, I could definitely see this, quitting immediately and then me sitting down for, like, the second half or mid-game, which would be very interesting to see how I just move everything. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad, but, because, like, I'm on a file cabinet. My desk where I all stuff is like right there, like, so I'm not moving it far. But yeah, it's a living. Still about 9 minutes away now from kickoff. It's tell what my back's hurting. My back is hurting. Oh, just from carrying the YouTube game. I'm fucking joking. Probably just carrying all the excess weight, but like, I tell you what, though, in like yesterday, I was pretty much sitting down all day trying to get like a coding assignment done, which is fun. Basically, coding a website, which for some reason is basically it's one of those things where it's like there's 3 assignments on it, this whole site, and the final project is the whole thing. But the first 2 you obviously got to do alongside it in the development, but you can continue to work on those 2 assignments after the assignment is due. It's weird. It's something I've never experienced before, but it is cool. So it's like, and it's actually worth it in my case because I didn't really go that great in it because we're meant to be using this easy program, well, not easy program, but like relatively easy program. Whilst I didn't know how to access it because I have I have Windows, not Mac, which is where most of the stuff is taught. So I had to use Adobe Dreamweaver, which is the advanced one specifically. Okay, connection's going well. Everything's going great. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, fuck it. I can't be bothered. I didn't know you watch Waste of Water Sports. Yeah, I do see a bunch of his shorts pop up on my feed a fair bit, and I do try to check in for some games. Okay, so I'm just moving everything. I'm done. This is actually looking on doesn't look too bad, but once we get the light down here, we should be all fine. Okay, light. So you take Meg's promises. I usually switch between the strands. Yeah, it is. I honestly would be interested to see how often people that do watch... Is this desk lower than usual? I don't know. I think sitting back down here now, I'm just getting a bit of a case of... I usually have... Yeah, there we are. There we are. It's just a bit of delirium, to say the least. But I also should have this moved away a little bit because the mic's just straight up. Just being absolutely bombarded by the actual audio from my phone, which I probably shouldn't have on my... Okay. Also, I've got a... Yes, I've got an actual, like, regular mouse now for my laptop because my touchpad has not been working as it should. Okay, so we can get... That should sound good. I just don't want to, like, you know, absolutely blast the living daylights out of people. Okay. Just trying to figure out where to put this. We just charging my phone at the moment. There we are. Yeah, that works. But then I'm looking away. Is there a way to just... No, that's not what I fucking wanted. I wanted to flip the other way. Bloody... Is that not a thing? Could I... Hang on, I just want to... don't worry. Let me just move that up a little bit. There we go, a little bit of magic trickery. I don't even know if that even picked up on the stream. It probably did, but we're still... Yeah, pretty much we're about to start the game. We're very close now, so if you just want to get your votes in as just before the end of it, you know, before we end the poll, so you can have your voice counted for. I think also, I think it's like with the wood around me and stuff like that, it makes it like look not, so it's not just like blinding white. It's just, you know, you can actually see that I'm not a ghoul. But yeah, so very close now. So from the start of this first match, the North Queensland Cowboys up against the Gold Coast Titans. Very exciting potential. Obviously, the Cowboys currently on a 2-game losing... I wouldn't say it's a streak at the moment, but you know what I mean. But without... Way to go, but a lot of people don't know how this game will go. But here we go. Titans team starting off with the fullback of AJ Brimson, Alafina Khan-Pereira, and Philip Sami on the wings of Brian Kelly and Aaron Ship in the centres. Kieran Foran at 5'8" with Tanner Boyd at halfback. Mawika Fodawaker, Chris Randall, and Tino Fasua-Malawi as the prop hooker prop. David Fafita and Joe Stimson in the second row with Isaac Liu at the lock position. Jaden Campbell, Joe Vuna, Aaron Clark, and Isaac Fasua-Malawi on the bench. And Khalees Haas as the injury replacement. And for the North Queensland Cowboys, you've got Tom Chester at fullback with Kyle Felt and Murray Talagi in the wings with Valentine Holmes and Garamat Shirabasaki in the centres. Tom Din at 5'8" with Chad Townsend at halfback with John McLean, Reece Robson and Griffin Niam as the prop with Cohen Hess, Jeremiah Nana in the second row with Jason Tamalalo at lock. And the interchange consists of Jake Granville, Helam Lukey, Jermaine Tanua-Brown and James Tamau with Brendan Elliott as the injury replacement for the North Queensland Cowboys. So both teams are getting ready to come out now. The Titans are actually into the tunnel here in this second of these all-Queensland affairs. Obviously, the Cowboys were a part of the first all-Queensland game in round 2 when they took on the Brisbane Broncos. And there, Tino Fasua-Malawi walks the team out onto Country Bank Stadium for the Gold Coast Titans, trying to make it 2 wins in a row. Currently, they have it 3 from 4 to start out the season, which would be fairly decent to say the very least. But obviously, probably key players here. AJ Brimson, always going to be a mainstay in these types of matches. Yeah, just trying to check to see if everything is working well. So there we go. The Cowboys now onto the field there. Just had to skip the stream a little bit quickly, but there we go. North Queensland Cowboys now out on the field. So by the way it is currently looking, the North Queensland Cowboys, I think, are going to be the ones that kick off here. But obviously, no love lost between the Queensland teams. So it does look, yep, I think the Cowboys are going to be kicking off. They're going to be running screen right. And it'll be the Gold Coast Titans picking up first possession in this matchup. So here we go. Whistle sounds and we are underway. Oh, they're running, no, they're running screen left. Sorry, my bad. But there we go. We are underway for the kickoff. And there is Moika Fodawaker taking the first hit up onto the 10. Should have you have the mic a lot closer, you know, so it's you know, actually getting my voice. But whoop, that's not what I wanted. But there we are. Now it just blocks off. Okay, we're in a bit of a dilemma. We'll just keep it here. I'll just keep it central. Yeah, we'll just fuck. Everything's just going fucking bollocks. Third tackle now for the Gold Coast Titans as they're on their 30 on the far left hand side. There's David Fafita there. Another one of the main players who's going to be needing a big impact for the Titans to take this win. Now Tino, the captain, he will get to the 45 and be held for the last tackle. So fairly decent set to start off the very least. So shifted off to Tanner Boyd and there is the kick. And it's going to be Tom Chester coming into the 25 and he gets instantly met by Kieran Foran. But that's a good take under pressure. Gets to the 30 for the first tackle. And now it's the number 4, Agurimat Shiwasaki, who will get just shy of the 40 for the second tackle for the Cowboys. Just trying to see if I've got all the tags properly. But Cowboys now going past halfway here, about 45 away from the try line. Going to shift it off to the right-hand side now. Don't we half run there from the number 9 of Reece Robson. Now, last tackle, 35 away from the try line. In comes the kick from Tom Dearden. It's a high test. That's a good take there by Phillip Sami. Okay, there we go. I think everything's all working completely fine. Just had to probably hover over this so we can actually get the live score, the live time. And that's almost a breakthrough there for the number 2 of Alafina, Khan Pereira. And it's going to be a penalty, actually, for the Gold Coast Titans. I think probably catching the North Queensland defense lacking, trying to track back, but yeah, good bit of stuff there, but really deep kick. Oh, there was a leg pull. Okay, bit of a. Oh, I should actually end the poll, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's actually just let me just end the poll here. So currently, I think it's stayed completely the same. So yep, end the poll. So the chat thinks that the North Queensland Cowboys will take the win. So Tina Fasua Malawi now 30 away from the try line for the third tackle. Just gonna leave it that there, but down to the left-hand side now, the Titans go, passing it out to the wing, and it's going to be a try to Alafina Khan Pereira. What a start he has had for the season, and just like that, 3.5 gone, off a penalty that he won for the Titans. They go 4-0 up. There we go, just, you know, good shit. It was good shit, really, but just trying to check, yep, everything's all good. Might even have it full. Then it should just, yeah. Oh no, wait, now it's not. Ah, okay, gotcha. But there we go, just spreads it out to the wing. Fafita. If it was Fafita actually getting the pass off. Good on him, and there we go. Right into the corner, and Khan Pereira getting the first try of the match. And that's the confidence the Titans needed to start with, to say the very least, but good start. So he had a try. I think he had a try against the Tigers 2 against the Storm, and now he's got 1 here. 4 games, 4 tries. That's very good hitting odds. Currently his averaged a try a game. It's a very good start for his young career. And here comes the kick now. Tanner Boyd right from the sideline. This will be a great kick if he can land this. Obviously, Adam Reynolds hit a pretty good one last night against the Dolphins. We'll see if it is possible for one to hit right here. Here we go. So Tanner Boyd now with the ball to make it a 6-0 lead for the Gold Coast. He kicks it. Oh, that is beautiful. You couldn't have put it more into the center. Like, that is a textbook kick. 6-0 to the Gold Coast Titans. That is brilliant there from Tanner Boyd. And I should write down, yep. Alafina Camperea getting the first try of the match. So, Heel Fries, you're 1 of 3 legs away. 1 leg's immediately done. Ooh. Just looked a bit there at the put down. Did look a little bit of a bobble, but I mean, it's like, it's kind of ridiculous how much they enforce about those types of rules, but yep, here comes the restart now. The Titans will get the ball again. It's Moika Fotuaika once again taking the first hit up from kickoff, because we're now just only 5 minutes gone in this game. Apparently I've heard there is a thing about the Gold Coast Titans actually putting a team into the New South Wales Cup or something along those lines, which is, got to say, probably very interesting to see how that would end up playing out. Now that is Isaac Liu, the lock. He'll get brought down on the 40 for the 4th tackle. Shifting it off now to the right-hand side. It's given to Moeka Fotuaika. He'll get brought down on halfway for the 5th tackle. He's going to shift it now. That's Tanner Boyd now with the kick. Another pressure kick here on Tom Chester. And he'll take a well on the 10. And he'll get brought down onto the 15 for the first tackle for the Cowboys. So far with the way it's going, this is probably the perfect... I mean, what can I say? It's the perfect start for the Titans. This is how you come into this. It's just trying to. Oh, there we are. Something along those lines. But anyways, now last tackle already. A very quick set here by the Cowboys, just short from halfway here, and that's going to be Townsend with the kick for the last on the last. Tracked back all the way by Calm Pereira. And Pereira will get instantly hit by Reece Robson down onto the 15. A very decent hit, to say at the very least. Now the Titans now trying to shake away here. There's Philip Sami. Breaks through a couple, gets a flick pass off to Fafita. Fafita's dummied and he's running. Now it's a penalty Cowboys. So it's an offside against the Titans. So for the chance here of old mate, what's his name, bloody David Fafita breaking through and running away with it. Turns out it'll be all the way back to the round to the 15. So the Cowboys now have a good chance of responding and putting points on the board. So basically someone was in an offside position, to say the least. But yeah, it's understandable. So here we go, 10 metres out now. First tackle for the Cowboys after that penalty. Townsend goes off to the left. Dearden leaves it off to the number 11 of Cohen Hess, but it'll be brought down at the 5 for the second tackle. Now straight from dummy half here goes Reece Robson. It'll be a couple of metres short of the line, and it'll be the third tackle. Mike's working, yeah. Just want to... Yep, yeah, it's all good. Oh, set restart now for the Cowboys. It's getting worse. It was on the 4th tackle as well. The Cowboys will now try to spread it out to the left-hand side. Couldn't get a pass off out to Talagi in a better fashion. But anyways, first tackle now on this new set restart, right in the middle on the 10-metre line. As that's Jordan McLean now. Again, about 5 metres short of the line. Shifting it. Oh, it's a knock on. Oh, it's another penalty. Another penalty now for the North Queensland Cowboys. And the Cowboys need to start... No, not Cowboys. The Titans actually need to start looking out for it, because you've got to feel probably 1 or 2 more penalties. Someone might be ending up in the bin. So, tap and run here. It's the number 10. Oh, Griffin Niam. And a 4-man tackle, and he gets brought down a metre short of the line for the first tackle. Now trying to pass it out to the right, but again, it's just good tackling at the moment by the Gold Coast. About 5 or so metres short of the line. Feeding it out to the right. Chester can't find the breakthrough to try to maybe slip into Kyle Felt. Third tackle still. Shifts it now into the middle. Tamalalo to Dearden. Dearden with the grubber. And it's going to be picked up by Brimson, and he will run it out for a goal line dropout. So there we go. Some good pressure now coming in from the Cowboys, obviously with this momentum from the penalty. But Titans still hang on, but they probably will get another set here. So here we go. Will they go for a short kick? It's going to be the question. They will. And it will be at the 15. It's legal. And Kyle fell with a brilliant take, to say the least, on the 20. One of the few times the short kick from goal line dropout doesn't work. Now the Cowboys right near the middle, about 15 away from the try line. That is Jordan McLean. Get the ball for the second. Cuts it out to the left. Townsend. Gets it off to Chester. Flat balls it to, I believe it's Valentine Holmes, but he's still just a couple of metres short of the line now for the third tackle. No one likes me. Griffin Niem now gets brought down 10 away for the 4th tackle. Now out to the right, just not really working at the moment. Now 10 metres out from the try line. Last tackle for the Cowboys. Dearden with the crossfield kick. There's a lot of people chasing. And that has been I believe it could be a bobble here, but they might need to check. It is the number 11, I believe. I believe it's Cohen Hess who may have granted it in the end. But they are going to check this, because there could be a knock-on by the Cowboys from that kick. Or they're just trying to see if it was a knock-on by the Cowboys. Oh, I said that already. But the Titans. So potential chance here for Cohen Hess getting the first try for the Cowboys. Okay, so it looks like for the kick, all the chases on the left-hand side for Tom Dearden were off. So trying to basically 2 players up in the air for it. I think it's Sami and Talagi trying to go up in the air for the ball. They're trying to figure out who touched it first. I think the Cowboys touch it first. I mean, both teams end up touching it, but I do think it was Talagi that's touched it, so I think it should be a knock-on. Because if it touches a Cows player, then the Titans, it's a knock-on. Yep, there we go. It's going to be a no try. Yeah, bloody, so there we go, no try. I mean, Andrew Voss is even saying that the person who's being the bunker actually said it was like, it hits his right hand, but the chick said it was the left wrist. And even still, like, all the chases on the left-hand side were offside anyway, so. But anyways, there, 20-minute restart and 7 tackles set now for the Titans, as this is now the first of the tackles. Now on to the 40-metre line. So now the Titans now just trying to break into halfway here. So on the second tackle, now it's the third. now. Just looking at stuff now. So just from the third tackle, they have crossover halfway. They go to left-hand side. Kieran Foran gets instantly met by Townsend. Keeps him just inside of the Cowboys' half and not letting him advance that far. And I think it's AJ Brimson's first actual hit-up of the game. It's taken just under 12 minutes for that to happen. Tanner Boyd now with the kick from the last tackle. And Talagi with the take. It'll be instantly met. It'll be first tackle now for the Cowboys. But now coming into the third tackle, I mean, still currently the momentum with the Titans. Cowboys really not making that much meters. Not even out the side of the 20. Jebahat Shibasaki now officially goes over. And it's going to be a penalty to the Cowboys. Offside, but yeah, that was a very bad set by the way the Cowboys were going. But they do hold out eventually. Yeah, there we are. Just looking over at a couple of things, you know. But 13 minutes now gone, and the Cowboys actually have a very decent kick as it crosses them into the Titans' half. Now out to the left-hand side, now Talagi. Gets a flick pass out to Valentine Holmes. Valentine Holmes finds a gap and will get brought down 15 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. So huge chance here for the Cowboys. Talagi tries to go himself. He's down 5 short away from the line now for the third tackle. Just keeps trying to get it through to the middle. Is trying to see a gap. Tom Chester, if he got a pass out there to a Cole Felt, it would have been a try. But he gets closed down well. Fourth tackle now for the Cowboys. Townsend. Tamalalo. To Dearden. Out to the left. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle. And the Titans have picked it up. It was a great tackle. Forced a mistake from Valentine Holmes, and now the 0 tackle for the Gold Coast. This has been really good defense so far now from the Titans. So on the 35 now for the second tackle is the Gold Coast. Just trying to charge down the middle now. Isaac Liu will get brought down on halfway for the third tackle. I think it's going to get dragged back a little bit to the actual spot of the tackle. Now Fodawaker will get brought down now on halfway for the fourth tackles. Now Tino. Pasker somehow pops through here. Little course for forward. 40 metres out now. Last tackle for the Titans. It's going to be given to Tanner Boyd with a high kick. This for Chester. Oh! Calm Pereira trying to go over the tackle. He's almost timed that perfectly. But Chester was going down to hit him, and it's going to be another penalty now for the Cowboys. Which has kind of been the only way they've actually been able to enter attacking field. Let's see how bad is it. Tom Chester's down on the ground. I mean, he's going down. Like, that's... I think that's a bit... I don't know. I mean, obviously protecting the players, but I mean, that's... I don't know about that. But anyways, first tackle now for the Cowboys on their 20. Do they just... How bad... The wind must be a factor because the Cowboys haven't really been getting that good field possession for kicking. Second tackle now on the 30, as that's going to be a run there by Reece Robson. He'll get down to the Cowboys 40 for the third tackle. Now Tamalalo hasn't gotten that much featured in the game so far in the first about 16 or so minutes. I've just realised. This is completely stopped and has been nowhere near. The Cowboys go for an early kick for the chase, and AJ Brimson will pick it up, and it'll be brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. There we go. Now the time is working. I didn't realise it's been stopped for about 10 or so minutes. But yeah, currently at the moment, the way it's been, the Cowboys have only really been able to get into some form of attacking field position when they get penalties. In pretty much, I mean, in fairness, it's also the Titans giving away those penalties because the Cowboys, over the last like 3 sets, have gotten a penalty in each one of them. So just showing out for the Titans now, getting a pass out. They've probably go to the left here. Tino. Still going to hold onto it. Oh, it's going to be set restart here. It was played at by the Cowboys. Jibasaki tried to go for an interception. So 40 metres out from the try line. This will be the first tackle for the Gold Coast. And Fafita. Has Fafita copped a hit, maybe? He's gone for his eye here. There's a little bit of blood. Maybe like a little accidental poke probably is what has happened. Tino now for the hit up now, and he'll get brought down 35 away now for the second tackle. Fodawaker now with the charge. He's now 20 metres out now for the third tackle. The Titans will now go to the right-hand side. They've got passing if they can keep going. That was about forward by a mile. Unfortunately, there's probably a lot of sarcastic cheers from the Cowboys. Like, oh, you called that for one forward? But yeah, it was about forward by about 4 or 5 metres. So that's the thing. The Titans have had a fair amount of chances, but they just haven't been really able so far to connect with them. Obviously, it's still about 17 minutes gone, but great chance there for the Titans. I believe that was AJ Brimson who would have scored if it went over. I think that's him. I don't know. Might be. So scrum feed now for the Cowboys. 20 metres out in their own half. They'll feed it off to the right-hand side, as I believe it might be Nanai who took the... No, it wouldn't be Nanai. It's Reece Robson who took the first hit up. That's an arm around the neck, and that's probably going to be another penalty for the Cowboys. This is starting to become a bit of an issue. This is the Titans, 5th or 6th penalty they've given away so far, and it's only been about 19 minutes into the game. Kieran Foran there with a high shot, and here comes another kick. And we put on the Titans 40. Yep, penalty count is 5-1 in favour of the Cowboys. Now Shibasaki will get brought down 35 away for the first tackle. He gives it off to Reece Robson. It's Jordan McLean, sorry, the number 8. 25 out now for the second tackle for the Gold Coast. And they're going to shift it off to the left-hand side. Oh, big gap just opened up, and unfortunately doesn't hit it. The number 11 of Cohen Hess. 5 metres out now, third tackle for the Cowboys. Now Tamalalo breaks one. He'll be brought down just about a metre short of the line now for the fourth tackle. Now the Cowboys trying to go to their right. To Kyle Felt. And Felt will get brought down again. 5 metres short of the line now. Last tackle for the Cowboys. Oh, and Felt's lost it. Ball's just popped out and they can't challenge it. Nope, Felt's completely just lost that, but it's just... That's kind of how the game has been so far. It's... The Cowboys, the Titans have been giving away penalties, which is giving the Cowboys ample attacking position, but the Cowboys are just kind of just getting in their own way. So, but anyways, there from the knock-on from Kyle Felt, the Gold Coast Titans will be getting a scrum feed on their 10-metre line. So, been a very interesting 20 minutes so far. Very good start for the Titans, but just going to test something, actually. Might be a bit of overlay, but is there any like audio issue or anything like that? I mean, the mic is a little bit quiet. I probably could fix that up. In fairness to that, I'll just probably just make it a bit more there. I'll just put it there. So halfway now for the Cowboys, for the Titans, sorry, 4th tackle. Tanner Boyd, flat boy hit there. That did look forward. But still, last tackle now for the Gold Coast. Tanner Boyd with a high kick. And Chester, gotta say, he went up and his legs kicked back and he fell down flat. You don't want to be making a few of those types of catches because your hips will not forgive you for those. But yeah, currently at the moment, it's just trying to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It will be interesting to see how everything goes in terms of this whole situation. But anyways, the kick was a little bit shaky there for AJ Brimson, but he is able to pick it up inside of his goal mouth and be brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Pereira now gets brought down 25 away from the try line. On the 25, sorry. So the way things are going at the moment, the Titans are now just... We'll get past halfway here. It's an offload here. Jaden Campbell's on the ball as Brimson's now... Brimson could be a little bit of trouble here, so the camera just tracks back to him back in the background. But last tackle for the Titans. It's another high kick here for Chester. And he goes laterally again. And it's going to be a penalty to the Gold Coast for a high shot on Tanner Boyd after the kick. So, second penalty the Titans have got. But obviously, AJ Brimson on his back. Could it be his knee or... No, it looks like it's his thigh. Or could be hammy, I don't know. But anyways, Kieran Foran now off the field to be replaced by Jaden Campbell. And now immediately now the Titans now with a chance to extend their lead. Six again now, ruck infringement. Yep, AJ Brimson's limping off. He could be in a bit of trouble here, but... So, who would probably come on to replace him? But passing out now from the Titans, Tino. Will get brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Out to the right-hand side. They've got numbers. It's a grubber. It's going to be too heavy. Chester with a bit of a brain snap. The ball hasn't... Technically, the ball was not out of play. And Chester has picked it up and run it out. So it's going to be a goal line dropout instead of a 20-metre restart. So Jaden Campbell with the grubber. Bounce, bounce. Yep, he just picks it up. And his foot was still up in the air as well. Little bit of a brain snap there from Tom Chester. The play's starting to get a bit audacious here. Jaden Campbell gets brought down. So it's Aaron Clark who's now come on to replace AJ Brimson. So I feel like Aaron Clark will now go into the 6 and Campbell goes to fullback. Now a penalty now to the Cowboys. Chester's just having a bit of a nightmare at the moment. Penalty Titans, sorry. Chester's just having a bit of a... Currently a bit of a minute he would like to forget. But regardless, still very much a good chance here. The ball just somehow just ends up in his hands. Unfortunately with a 3-on-1 tackle, so... Tino's currently got me 22 in fantasy, so that's pretty good to say the least. So apparently now what's happened is now Kieran Foran's now come off the field. So you had Kieran Foran, Brimson. Yeah, Kieran Foran and AJ Brimson now potentially hurt, but Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem here for AJ Brimson. He was trying to get treated on the field immediately, so Brimson could be out for a little while here, potentially of how it's going. But in turn, penalty to the Titans, and they're going to go for the 2 here. This to make it 8-0 with just under 14 remaining. In comes the kick. It's right in front. Tanner Boyd should stop this over, and he does. And it's now going to be 8-0 to the Gold Coast Titans over North Queensland Cowboys. But yeah, big situation here for AJ Brimson. But yeah, this and they're saying in the commentary box that could be a couple of weeks issue with a hamstring, and the way that the reaction was, it was like he was screaming in pain when he was trying to get treated by the trainer. So I can see you, Fraser. But yeah, it's potentially a chance here. I don't know. It's like if the Titans would continue to win this, they've got to probably dig deep, obviously, with the very much likelihood that AJ Brimson will be out of this match. Tino now with the ball, and he'll get brought down just shy of the 20 for the second tackle. Now it's the number 15. That's Joe Vuna. Gets brought down. Good bit of charge now for the Titans. Now just on their 40. For the 4th now, Chris Randall going from dummy half. We'll get to halfway for the last tackle. And here comes the last tackle kick. It's not going to go as far. And Chester's going to come in all the way to the 25 to take it. And he'll get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. Excited for the next game. Very much so. So, Helam Lukey's now come on the field for the North Queensland Cowboys to replace Jordan McLean. So, both teams now starting to make their substitutes now. Valentine now on halfway for the third tackle. Straight from dummy half. Now they're going to the shorter left-hand side. Dearden spotted a gap, but he instantly gets wrapped up there by Isaac Liu. 25 out, 4th tackle for the Cowboys. And now Robson goes from dummy half. That'll be brought down inside the 10 for the 5th tackle. Now, Dearden now with the kick. Bit of a crossfield kick. And it's gone back. Has it gone backwards? They're going to check this. I'm not too sure, but I feel like if there was a way that could be knocked backwards, this could be a try here for Jeremiah Nanai. But the referee's going out to the bunker with it saying it's a no try. They're all onside. So it's deep in the try area where the kick came in. Let's have a look. Did Kyle Felt touch it? I mean, he probably did touch it, but he did go backwards. Oh, it's gone forward. Yep. No, that's a fair call. So second time again, a knock on trying to go for a catch in the try area. And it's going to result in another no try. So it's now another 20-minute restart and 7 tackles set for the Gold Coast. Now another change now coming on for the Cowboys. There's Tanua Brown is now replacing Tamalalo. So all the interchanges are starting to get their minutes in. And James Tamo now coming in to replace Griffin Niam. So, yeah, they're all going out there. So, there for Fafita now, crossover halfway. And again, it's another one. I think he's brought on the entire bench. I think they fucked up here. I think Joe Vuna's now on the field, but they had it for the Cowboys Skulls. But Joe Vuna plays for the Titans. 4th tackle, 35 away from the try line now for the Gold Coast. Number 15, speaking of Joe Vuna, there he is. 30 metres out. Last tackle, Tanner Boyd with the kick. Oh, what a tape by Talagi as Campbell went up with him. And he brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. So now got just over 10 minutes now remaining in this first half. And what has been, I wouldn't say uneventful, but it's somewhere along those lines. But Few tactical changes and a potential injury, and probably out for a bit. Is that a 40-20 attempt? It's going to be a 40-20 attempt. No, it stays in. Oh, he stopped a 40-20. Oh, no, he's breaking down the line. Oh, he slips over and gets brought down. Jaden Campbell. Unbelievable. They saw there was absolutely screwed on the right-hand side. It goes for an immediate 40-20. Campbell chases all the way back, taps it back in play, and with the knee slide cancel in COD, falls Kyle Felt and almost breaks through, but slips over on the 20. That could have been probably the try of the season if he goes on and just runs the length of the field to score that. And now it's a knock-on again. Now the Cowboys have gotten the ball 25 out on a 0 tackle. Helam Lukey with the ball. I just went on and said this game has kind of been uneventful, and now a lot of stuff has happened in the last couple of minutes. It's ridiculous. So 20 out now, second tackle. Shibasaki gets brought down. Now the number 16 of Tanua Brown. Brought down on the 10 for the third. Tynes out across in the middle. Townsend to Dearden. To Chester, to Fell, and Fell gets brought down on the right-hand side now. Fourth tackle for the Cowboys. Dearden to James Tamau. And Tamau will get brought down 5 meters away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Cowboys. It's grubbered, and it's going to get jockeyed by Brian Kelly. It's going to be a 20-meter restart, but you can't blame Cohen Hess for trying there. No, it was Cohen Hess. He dived into it, trying to get to it. Try to dive over Brian Kelly. Doesn't actually do too bad, in fairness. There you go, Kieran Foran now on the exercise bench, keeping his legs running. But there we go, 8 minutes remaining now in this opening half. I mean, it's a bit of an odd saying to say at least of opening half because, it's, of course, because what, closing half? I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, now second tackle now for the Cowboys. Titans, is now 40 metres away from the try line. And now that's Isaac Fasua Malawi now. Third tackle, 35 away from the try line. They'll go to the right-hand side. Taps it back. Did that go forward? I don't think so, but it's a charge down the line here for Philip Sami. Sami gets the offload to Campbell. Now to Fodawaker. Fodawaker goes all the way back to the 20. Now he's trying to find a gap. He's still going, Fodawaker. Now gets a pass off. It's still going this play. And it's not Campbell, it's the number 15 of Joe Vuna now. 15 out 4 to tackle. Flat ball's out 2. I believe that's Brian Kelly to be brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackle on the far left-hand side. Bad play of the ball now. There's a kick from Tanner Boyd. That's a knock-on by the Cowboys. And it's picked up by the Titans. And it's another set for them. 5 metres out. And now the ball's popped out again. So now it's... What has his last 5 minutes been? First tackle, so that was a 0 tackle, and now so the Cowboys now first tackle Valentine Holmes on the 15, and now Chester will get to the 25 for the second. It's just hopefully just need this time to calm down and get a breath. Murray Talagi will get brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. On a pass through here, almost a breakthrough. Townsend. The pass is battered down, and it's going to be a knock on by the Titans. 5.5 gone, but there we go. News just came in. Kieran Foran and AJ Brimson out for the rest of the match. So if the Titans are to hang on to this game, they're going to really dig deep here. I think it was knocked back there by the Titans. Oh, I don't know about that. But anyways, it's going to be a scrum feed here for the Cowboys with just over 5 minutes remaining. And the scrum feed, they just got to have to do it again. So this will be a huge moment in this game now if the Cowboys can get a try here, but especially for all the Titans if they can hold out. Flat boy here to Shimasaki. And he's brought down 25 from the try line for the first tackle. Now the Cowboys will go for the middle edge. James Tamau will get brought down just shy of the 10 now for the second. Now to Townsend. Flat ball to Nanai. And he finally goes over. And there we go. The Cowboys finally won't have a try taken off him. And it is Jeremiah Nanai who scores. And it's now 8-4 with a kick to come. Just great flat ball there by Townsend to set it up to split the gap. In a fairly decent time as well, just 4 minutes remaining now in the first half, so could have the momentum, have the momentum when they go into the sheds. The birds are going crazy. There we go, just waiting now. I mean, it's going to get confirmed anyways, but just waiting out for the attempted kick to see if it's going to be a 2 or 4 point game. So here comes the kick now from Valentine Holmes with just about 3 minutes remaining. Right down the middle, there we go. So it'll be 8 points to 6, but the Cowboys do get their try. Oh, they're playing Sweet Caroline. Great. I hate this game more. And I don't really hate Sweet Caroline that much. Yes, I do. I'm not a big fan of it, if I was to be completely honest with you. But anyways, now we continue now into the last 3 minutes of this half. Can the Cowboys get another try to get in front? Oh, here we go. Interesting development here. It's a knock on by the Cowboys. 25 out, but yep, the Cowboys immediately challenging it. So Cowboys with the challenge to see if it was a knock on, but I think it's going to be... Yeah, he's just lost it. That's bit silly there from Jordan McLean trying to climb it. Does he regain the possession? I mean, if it stays on his leg, it could count. It's on his leg. So, yeah, the captain's challenge did go well. It stayed on his leg, so, yep, the forwards can make the challenge. So, Cowboys will remain with the possession, so 2 minutes 40 still remaining in this. Oh, yeah, I should actually highlight it. It is 8-6. Almost a breakthrough run there from dummy half there by Reece Robson. 40 inside the 40 now of their own half. Cowboys trying to break through. And it's a good run there by Helam Lukey now. 35 away from the try line now for the Cowboys. Chester trying to break through and he gets brought down on the 20 here. Last tackle for the Cowboys, which will probably be followed by the last set for the Titans. Talagi, oh no! It's gone backwards. Yep, it's play on. So the Titans now will play their last set. Last set unless there's a set restart or whatever. But almost a knock on there, right on their try line. Could have given a lot of problems for the Titans. That is Aaron Shook with the ball brought down on the 20. Fafita now with the ball, fourth tackle. It'll get dragged back to the 20, so you can see who currently has the momentum at the moment in this match. But anyways, now last tackle just shy of the 40. I mean, shy of the 40. Potential maybe for a 40-20, but no, they just kick it right down the middle. This will be the last set for the Cowboys. As Kyle Felt with the ball, and it'll get brought down on the 35 for the first tackle. Now into the final minute of the first half. They're getting good meters currently at the moment, the Cowboys. They're pretty much getting to... Those pink undies there. But anyways, play on as Valentine Holmes now trying to find a gap. It'll get brought down on the 40 inside of the Titans half for the third tackle. Now it's apparently Talagi's now hurt as Shibasaki gets brought down inside of the 30 for the Cowboys. Holmes. Oh, it's just good play. Chester back to Nanai. And Nanai is going to get brought down 5 metres short on that right-hand side. Last tackle with 15 seconds to go. Townsend goes for the grubber. It's going to get picked up by Campbell. I mean, Campbell gets hit by the number 12 of Joe Simpson, his own player. But anyways, that is going to end the first half. And in fairness, the fact that the Titans are still winning is showing how, but with the way that Kieran Foran and AJ Brimson are now at, is actually very impressive. But the Cowboys definitely have momentum at the moment, but Talagi in the backfield is hurting, so... Good hit by Stimson on his own play there of Jane Campbell trying to get out of the the goal area. But that is the end of the first half. The Titans just hanging on by, I wouldn't say by a thread, but they obviously have got the momentum against them. But there we go, 8 points to 6. And we're going to go and have a short break, but we'll be back for the second half. See you then. Okay, we are back now for the second half of the game. So apparently, in terms of what happened, because right near the end of the first half, Murray Talagi was hurt, but yeah, it's apparently his knee, and he looks like he's out. Yeah, he can barely put pressure on it, so definitely looks like Talagi's out, and he could be out for a little bit of a time. But there we go, the game is off, kicked off by the Titans, to a running screen left, and the Cowboys getting first possession. So kind of a battle of attrition so far, so who knows what might come from this match, but it's both teams just having a few bits of issues. Wait. How the hell did I get like more viewers during the break? Anyways. So yeah, so there we go, the interchange off the bench as well. So Jake Granville has now come on the field to replace Murray Talagi. So last tackle here for the Cowboys, making it onto the Titans 40. Here comes a charge. So Jaden Campbell, yep, is the fullback now for the Titans. Obviously after AJ Brimson got ruled out. There's Aaron Schupp now cut there for onto the inside the 20 for the second tackle. Now Philip Sami trying to get onto the 30 for the third. Yeah, I also need to find a way to actually write down all the team lists as well. In comes a charge there by Fafita, who gets brought down right on halfway for the last tackle. So that will, both sets very similar to start off the half. Oh, Boyd almost got wrapped up on the tackle. He does get a kickoff. It's a good kick to say the least. Picked up there by Tom Chester. And Chester getting muscled by the two biggest players, who gets an offload off for Valentine Holmes. And Holmes will get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle for the Gold Coast. So Brimson under his on his thigh, massive amounts of ice, and there's also ice on the calf of Kieran Foran, as the commentator has just said. And it's now the Cowboys trying to break through the line there. 25 out, fourth tackle. Right in the middle of the field. They'll go to the right-hand side here. Townsend. Flat balls to Nanai, trying to get him over again. There we go. Last tackle here for the Cows. Townsend to Dearden. Dearden with a grubber kick. And it will end up getting batted away by Aaron Schupp. So it'll be a goal line dropout to the Titans. There's a bit of casualty war, but there we go. So we go on and drop out now. So manual ligament is what has been reported on for Murray Talagi. So he's out for the game. There's the goal line kick, and it's almost 60 metres on the full. That is a decent kick to say the least. And Tamo will take the hit and be brought down on the Titans 40 for the first tackle. Here we go now, 25 out, second tackle. So Cowboys trying to keep with this momentum going. Dearden almost breaking through, and it'll be brought down 10 metres out now. Still the third, and it's a set restart as well, as Tanner Boyd not happy with that. Now Tamo again trying to burrow himself over. Now just laying it off, trying to break through for the number 16 of Tanua Brown. Now the Cowboys trying to go to the right-hand side. Nanai can't get the ball off. He'll be brought down 5 metres short of the line now for the third tackle. Feeding off to the right, Townsend. Trying to find the gap here for the number 11 of Cohen Hess. Still short now, fourth tackle. Townsend. Flat ball to Tamo. And Tamo goes over. So after all of the pressure, the Cowboys do go over and now take the lead. And it's now 10-8 with a kick to come. as it was the number 17 of James Tamau who scores. There we go. Now you're starting to see the fatigue from the Titans now starting to seep through. Tamo's the oldest in the comp? Fuck, I'm old if that's the case. Bloody hell. But there we go, so there's a try for you. So now the chance here, relatively near the post. This should make it a 12 points to 8 lead for the Cowboys. And there's the kick right through the post. There we go, 12 points to 8 now for the Cowboys. And now with this momentum, they could very much just keep going and potentially, you know, just phase the Titans out of this second half and try to run away with this game. If it keeps going like this, I'll be 1 for 4 for the tips. I'm very good at this. I'm terrible. So there's the kickoff there to start up the game again by the Titans. If it seems like I'm writing, I am. I'm trying to actually get the list now for the next game, which is obviously the final game, which is South Sydney and Manly. Almost a breakthrough run there, but it's a penalty to the Gold Coast for I'm assuming it's a Shepherd. I'd assume is what's happened. But almost a breakthrough run there for, I believe that's Tom Dearden. What happened? Oh yeah, there's an obstruction. That's it. I don't think it's called Shepherd anymore. Sorry, I'm old. So first tackle now for the Titans. To the 20. Now that is, I don't know who that is, but 10 metres out now for the Gold Coast. Trying to go right down the middle here. It's number 16, Aaron Clark. 5 metres short of the line now for the third tackle. Randall, Tanner Boyd trying to step. And again gets brought down 5 metres short of the line now. Fourth tackle for the Titans, and it's a penalty to the Titans. Cowboys need to be a little bit careful here. 2 penalties in quick succession. Tamau, shut up. The last time you started speaking to a referee, you got sent sin-binned. You got in trouble. That was against the Roosters, I think, when it was at the Tigers. And here's the run here. Joe Stimson, 5 metres out. First tackle. Right in the middle of the field. Randall sends it to the left. Campbell trying to make sure he doesn't get the an obstructing defender. And he gets brought down on the 10 for the second. Isaac Fasul Malawi now. 5 metres short, third tackle. Now there's Tino, the older brother. And he's going to get held up about a metre short of the line now for the fourth tackle. As we've got 8 minutes now gone in this second half. Randall again sends it to the left. That's really stupid. And that is a great tackle there by Nanai, forcing it back about 10 metres now. Last tackle for the Gold Coast. Tanner Boyd with a kick. Oh, Valentine has lost it, but it's gone backwards. And Shibasaki down the line will get brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. And it's a penalty to the Titans as well for an escort. Bloody hell, escort obviously, which is when they block the chasers trying to get to the ball. Obstructing kick chase, yeah, and that's now 3 penalties in this passage of play that the Cowboys have now given away, so they need to be careful here for Cowboys fans' sake. So tap and run there by Aaron Schupp. Right near the line as well. That's for the first tackle. Sling now to the right. Tino. Tino trying to find the gap, but he just can't get through, unfortunately. A few metres short now. Second tackle for the Titans. Going to send it now to the left again. Leaves it off to Fafita. Fafita still going. He's a couple of metres short again now. Third tackle, and it's a set restart for the Titans. Long ball over the top. Intercepted! And Valentine Holmes is running. He's going to take it to the house. After all of the penalties and the sets, Valentine Holmes just hit the afterburners. And has completely now, with one foul swoop, has just completely changed the momentum of this match. And putting the Cowboys into now a more than one score lead. That clip was so good, I'm going to put it on my Instagram. Alright, but I had a feeling something was going to happen. Something like I was going to lose it. Long ball over the top, intercepted by Valentine Holmes. He picked it up inside the 10 and just runs away with it about 80 or so metres. It was inside the 20 actually, but you know what I mean. And there was Tanner Boyd, just didn't get enough over it. And Valentine Holmes runs away with it with a pick six. I mean, in fairness, that's kind of what it was. I mean, it is a reference to when he was in the NFL, but it does sort of work because he probably will get the conversion. So it's 6 points on an interception. That's what you got on this channel. Anyway, 16-8 with a kick to come. With a kick to make it a 10-point lead. Got to say that, by the way things are going with some of the players, Queensland are going to be looking pretty good this year for Origin. Not saying that they ever haven't been, but you know what I mean. Just good form currently being seen, to say the least. So here we go, Valentine Holmes. This to make it 3 from 3 from his kicks, and to give the Cowboys a 10-point lead. To convert his own try, and he knocks it through. It is now a 10-point lead to the North Queensland Cowboys. Now you got to question even more now. How will this play out now? Because obviously, if the Titans were to win this game, even now in this position, it would be an amazing performance. But currently now is the moment. Momentum very much now in favour of the Cowboys. Even after about, what, 3 or 4 penalties. 3 penalties and a set restart it was. And just absolutely not just one foul swoop interception game. But now the Cowboys now from the kickoff, the second tackle inside of the inside of the 20. Now you're seeing here Jake Granville now on the just on the 40 now, still inside their own half. Trying to peel up Dearden. Now there's a massive, oh my god, it's such a huge gap. Dearden breaks through, still going. Now Chester with the ball, tries to finger it out. I think that's surely gone forward. But Kyle Feld has picked the ball up now on the 15 for the last tackle. It's just very open at the moment. There was such a huge gap there for Dearden to exploit. Townsend with the crossfield kick. Nowhere near anybody. And Sammy will pick it up. Sammy breaks 2. It eventually gets brought down on the 5th, inside of the 20 for the first tackle for the Titans. But yeah, it's definitely not going well at the moment. So second half run meters. Gold Coast Titans 106. North Queensland Cowboys 318. So Valentine Holmes almost in that one run has gotten the amount of run meters the Titans have had the entire second half so far. Still relatively early. It's still like, what, 14 minutes into the second half. I mean, Chester's taking the kick. Apparently, apparently Tanner Boyd just been hit. Let's have a look. Was it a high kick? Oh, I think he's alright. Oh, James Tarmo now coming off the field for his calf. Oh, bloody hell. Brent Tate just fucking went for the jugular on Vossi there. Talk about old men getting calf injuries. Here we go. Tarmo's limping off here. I think Tarmo's day's done. Big run there by Jaden Campbell there on the halfway. Oh, and it's a knock on immediately. Yeah, it's starting to fall apart a little bit here for the Titans. Pereira losing the ball from the pass. It's all looking good at the moment, and now it's a scrum feed about on the just shy of halfway here. So here we go, halfway scrum feed. Now Shibasaki gets brought down on the Titans 40 for the first tackle. And now a knock on here by the Cowboys. And now Tino's running onto halfway for the 0 tackle. Again, just being a little bit sloppy at the moment. Titans now trying to break into the Cowboys half here. Still being held up at Snell at the first. That kind of looked forward. 30 metres out from the try line now. Third tackle still for the Titans. Boyd. Bit of an audacious flat ball there. Again getting held back now. 30 out. Fourth tackle. Tino again now. She gets an offload off to Fafita. Now to Pereira. And just like out of nothing, the flinging parts to Alafina Pereira. And he just bolts down the line with very little resistance. And the Titans have got another try. And there's Pereira's back-to-back doubles. He had a double last week against the Storm, and now he's got another one against the Cowboys. There was an offload to Tino, and Fafita just flings it down to Pereira, who just bolts in, catching the complete Cowboys defense off guard. And there we go. It is now 18-12 with a kick to come. Just been very impressed with this young bloke. It's his first professional season, but he's just been going brilliantly. So another kick now from the sideline here for Tanner Boyd. This to make it a 4-point lead. Will he get this from the sideline? Absolute commentator's curse there, but I mean, right in the sun, he does end up missing. But it's still going to remain 18-12 now. They actually adjust the There we are. Just had to adjust it for the score thing. But yep, so obviously that's the game afterwards. The South Sydney and Manly Sea Eagles. There's almost a very deep kick there by the Cowboys. So there's the first tackle now for the Gold Coast Titans on the 15. Now Phillips Army. That's going to be a penalty there. Jeremiah Nunai. I think you can make a case for that to be in the bin. Or, hang on. I think you could. I think Nunai should be sent to the bin here. It's a dumping tackle, and it actually puts Sam in a very dangerous position where he hits his head. They've got to come. Here we go. Yep, this will be interesting. This could change the game. In comes Jeremiah Nunai to the referee. What's going to happen here? Let's see what happens here. Yep, there we go. Jeremiah Nunai is in the bin for a dumping tackle on Phillips Army. The number 12 is coming off, and it's now down to 12 for the Cowboys. So now the Titans will have a man advantage until about 11 minutes remaining in the game. I mean, it's like, didn't think it was going to be a penalty, but like looking at the replays again, it's like, oh, he's going to go in the bin, and there we go. So this could be a huge chance for the Titans to get back I mean, they're still in this game, but for a chance to really take advantage and even level the game or even take the lead, depending on what happens. Oh, here comes the line here for the Titans. Jaden Campbell brought down 10 metres away from the try line. Third tackle for the Titans. Fafita now with the ball. Fafita just trying to find a way to break through. But he can't. Brought down 5 metres away. Oh! Bloody hell, it was an almost dumping tackle there by Tamalalo. Here we go. Isaac for Malawi now. 5 metres short of the line. Last tackle for the Titans. Tanner Boyd with the grubber. Tamalalo takes it, but he'll be held in goal. And he's lost it. So it's going to be a goal line dropout for the Cowboys. What are they reviewing? So hang on, it was a knock on by the Cowboys. And they might try to check here to see if there's potentially a Titans player's grounded it. Let's have a look. So Tamalalo still has the ball. They're checking for a grounding by the Titans. He's lost it. Could this be a try? Okay, this could be interesting. Oh. It's a strip. Nope, fair play. So that's the right call by the bunker. Was a stripping motion there by Brian Kelly. So what could have been even a potential chance of it being a try is now going to be a penalty to the Cowboys. That's a huge let off there for the Cowboys. There's the kick into touch and will be placed on the 30. So here we go. 19 minutes remaining to decide who wins this secondary Queensland matchup. Not trying to say it's like a lower, but, you know, it's one of two. You got to think there is... I don't know. It's hard to say. Cowboys now third tackle. Got to think if they can get a try whilst down a man, that will be a huge let off for them. Speaking of the devil, right down the line, Dearden. Why didn't he pass it? Helam Lukey was there. He should have passed and he probably would have gotten through. Townsend now with the ball. Feeds it off. Trying to find a pass to Lukey. It is a metre short of the line. Last tackle now for the Cowboys. Dearden with the ball. Crossfield kick. That's gone backwards. It'll be picked up by the Titans. But they are going to rule it as a knock-on. So now the Cowboys have another scrum feed. 10 metres out. Dearden's had a fantastic game so far. Gotta say, I think he's been one of the key reasons as to why the Cowboys are winning this match. Okay. It's fairly interesting to say that the line breaks have actually been fairly even so far, which is what I didn't expect. Here we go. In comes the scrum feed now. Oh my God. The Cowboys had all the time and the scrum clock went off before they even set it. And it's a time violation, so that scrum feed for a knock-on is now void, and it's a penalty to the Gold Coast. What is this game? This game is delirium in a physical format. Have no idea how that's happened. Good up tackle there by Tamalalo on Simpson. Now for Sur Malawi. On halfway for the third tackles. We've now got 17 minutes remaining in this match. We're trying to fit it out to the left. Here we go. Pereira breaks through one. Still going, and the tackle has forced a mistake. Brilliant tackle there. I believe it was Jake Granville who was the player who came in and stopped the run. But it's, again, great play by the Titans. But, again, it's not really working. And they've got about 5 more minutes of this man advantage until Jeremiah Nanai comes back onto the park. In the fairness, it's been end-to-end so far in this whole period with the sin bin. Shibasaki trying to claim a crusher, but it's not going to get paid by the ref. Holmes with the ball and he gets brought down onto the 25. And he's lost it! It's another knock-on. And now 25 metres out, the Titans now have a chance. This game has just been weird. Okay. Just writing down team lists. Here we go. 20 metres out. Full set of 6 now for the Titans. Boyd with the ball and he gets brought down 10 metres away from the try line. Just crossed over 2 hours now of this stream going on. Tino now with the ball. Will get brought down 5 metres short of the line for the second tackle. Trying to get a pass out, but nothing's forcing out at the moment. What? I was saying it's a knock-on by the Titans, but I don't know when the hell this has happened, but let's have a look. He runs in. Nah, fair enough, yeah. He had the ball like at the back here, and it's like popped and hit a Titans player. It was Reece Robson, okay. So yep, so a scrum feed for the Cowboys. Okay, so now Nanai is about to come back onto the field in 3 minutes' time. Chester gets brought down onto the 30 for the third tackle. Robson now making it inside the 40 for the Cowboys. Tamalalo does cross over halfway now for the last tackle. Just going to go run it out. Yep. Gamble was jockeying on it for a fair bit. So 7 tackles set now. The Cowboys, the Titans players are all screwed. They're all tired. And it's weird. It's like the last couple of minutes, they've had the advantage. So, yeah. So, definitely going to be sore tomorrow, a lot of these players. Almost a breakthrough run there for the Titans now. On halfway, second tackle. Fafita. Pass to Pereira. Here comes the crossfield kick. There's no fuck. I don't understand why people decide to kick it. It's like it was the second tackle, that. It was like the third tackle. I just feel like there's no need for him to do that. Second tackle now for the Cowboys is anyways, in about a minute's time, Nano will come back on the field here. So the Cowboys have done well to not let in any points throughout this period. Holmes now will get brought down on the 20 for the fourth tackle. Oh, yeah, it's a Titans player. Cowboys player just probably hurt his hamstring. I think it was Shibasaki there. Yep. Last tackle now for the Cowboys. Not the greatest of kicks. It'll be bouncing on the 35. But in about 30 seconds time, or probably even less than that, Campbell's breaking through here and he gets brought down on the 40 inside of the Cowboys half. Yep, Gerard Shibasaki has done his hamstring and he's now limping off the field. Both teams are going to almost put up like Queensland or New South Wales Cup teams for the next game with the amount of players that have gone down. Now Fodawaker. Nanai's back on the field. Big wrap up there. Third tackle now. Boyd. Down the line, it's 2-on-1. What a hit by Holmes. And it's forced a mistake. No, it's a penalty to the Titans. Whoa. So let's have a look. Boyd with the pass and gets it off to Philip Sami. And goes with a shoulder. Wait, that's a shoulder. What? He uses his shoulder, but it's like in his chest. How the hell is that a shoulder charge? No way. Surely they challenge this. That is the weakest shoulder challenge call I've ever seen. Doesn't even make remote contact with the head at all. If it's to the head, completely understand that. Nowhere near that's a penalty. But here we go. 10 metres out now for the Titans. And the ball has popped out. And Titans get the ball. This game's just been ridiculous. 15 out now. Second tackle for the Titans. Mawika Fodawaker gets an offload off. No one knows what they're doing. No one wants to win this game. Now the number 17 there. Isaac Fasur-Malawi now 5 metres short of the line for the third tackle. The Titans trying to feed it off. Behind the black flick pass. It's gone all the way back to the 25. And it gets wrapped up on the 30. What is this game? And it's going to be last tackle here on the 20-metre line. They've gone back about 30 metres. Chip up in the air here. And it's going to be touched by Philip Sami. And it's going to be a 20-metre restart for the Cowboys. I don't think this game is giving the bloody vibe of, like, you know, Titans-Tigers back in round 4 last year, but it's just some of the decisions that both teams are making have just been ridiculous, and some of the mistakes they've made. It's just rather odd and rather weird. Offload. Holmes trying to break through. He gets brought down 45 away from the try line. Referee, the fans are just blowing up at everything. 35 out, second tackle now for the Cowboys. You'd have to think, and currently with how this game is going, one more try for the Cowboys should seal it. Honestly, I'd probably go for the point, thinking in the next couple of minutes, if it's still like this, just go for the field goal. Townsend now with the ball, still breaking through a couple of tackles, and now we get held up 15 out for the fourth tackle. Now to the right-hand side. Tamalalo trying to burrow over. It'll get brought down 5 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle for the Cowboys. Townsend. Flat ball. Flukes it out. I don't think Tom Chester scored that. They've ruled that a try? Yeah, I don't know about this. I think they're gonna definitely check this, because so much happened in the lead up. But apparently, it was knocked back. Then it was a kick. Then a pass got let loose. So Townsend flat passes it to Helam Lukey, who gets the pass off. Is kicked by Tom Chester. Jaden Campbell trying to get at it. I don't think Chester's even grounded it, unless there's an angle that shows that he did. Let's have a look. Head to Campbell. Ooh, I don't know. Because there was another Titans player going for it. Okay, let's just have a look. Does he ground it? Nah, no way in hell he's grounded that. How have they confirmed that? Hang on, I'm sorry, hang on. They've confirmed it, so it is a try to the Cowboys. It's gone backwards. Frame rate. I don't agree with it. He does get a hand to it, but I feel like it's at the same time as when the Titans player has it. I don't know about that. But, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that grounding. I mean, in fairness, last week we had a bit of a weird ground. But anyways, there goes the kick. It's 24-12 now for the Cowboys, and that should seal it. So there we go. The try scored by Tom Chester. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's like he does get like maybe like a fingertip to it, but it's like in the same motion as one of the Titans players grounding. I'm not sure. Titans have picked the ball up from a short kickoff. So 6 minutes now remaining. So the Titans did a bit of a miracle here to score. 35 out now for the second tackle. I'm just trying to figure out how this game will end. Campbell to Fafita. Fafita now 20 minutes away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. They need to score like the next set, this next set, if they want to even try to send this game to potential overtime. Well, not overtime, but you know. Golden point. Rubber kick. Oh, Chester's lost that. But he's touched the foot anyway, so it's going to be a goal line dropout with 5 minutes remaining in this game. Nope, that's not the wrong colour. So here we go. There's the short drop out, and it's taken on the 20. 4.5 remaining in this game. The Cowboys have to, no, not the Cowboys, the Titans have to score this set. This set, then get the ball back and then score again. Second tackle now for the Titans, 15 out. Fodawaker now with the charge. It'll get brought down 5 minutes short of the line now. Third tackle. 4 minutes to go. Fourth tackle now for the Titans. Got a lot of players trying to go the right. They're just going to go up the middle here. Here we go. Last tackle for the Titans. This could decide the match. Right here. Out to the right. Pass takes a bounce. Still got a flick pass off Philip Sami still with the ball. Crossfield kick. And Granville's picked it up. But a Titans player. Knock on Titans inside the goal mouth. So that should do it. Midfield's going for it. It's a knock on. Titans are challenging it, saying that the Cowboys knocked it on first. What do you mean monitor? They're nowhere near the play. So, yep, there we go. That is the knock-on. And that should do the game. 3 minutes 23 remaining in this matchup. And play the ball on the 10. That should do it unless some miracle happens for the Titans. But here we go now. The Cowboys are just going to try to chew up as much time as they can on the clock. So that is number 8 of Reece Robson. The Reece Robson's the 9, sorry. Jordan McLean is the 8. Now Jason Tamalalo now just past halfway for the 4th tackle. And now trying to go right over the middle there. I think that was Nanai. And here comes the last tackle kick. It's high up in the air by Chad Townsend. Good take there by Campbell. Brought down now on the 20 for the first tackle. So pretty much it's down the opposite end, try, and then doing it again. Khan Pereira breaks the line. Makes a 40. Now onto the 30. He broke the line and he gets brought down 35 away from the try line for the second tackle. Can't speak. Boyd to Jaden Campbell. There's just not a lot of Titans players coming up here. Third tackle, 25 out. They have to score now. And even still, for them to try to tie the game. Trying to get the passes. Nah, that's it. Flicked it up. And it bobbled, and Townsend picks the ball up. And gets brought down on the 25 of the first tackle. And that should seal it. With about 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So second tackle now, it's just running away with it, but not running away with it, but just running out the clock. Just giving this bloody notifications here. But here we go, we've got a minute left remaining in this game, and it's all done. But you got to say, a hard-fought battle between both teams, suffering a fair amount of injuries for both sides, with the Cowboys bouncing back from 2 straight losses to now pick up a win against the Queensland rival. And that's it. The kick into touch, and that will chew out a fair amount of the clock, and that will seal it. It was a scrappy win. I mean, it would have been a scrappy win for either side, but they'll take a scrappy win. But here we go. The Cowboys, who were second last, will now take the win, as the Titans now just have the ball with 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Trying to go for a chip and chase for Feeder, and it's picked up there by Tom Chester, who ends up getting the winning try after a shaky game, and that's the end of the game. The North Queensland Cowboys take the win over the Gold Coast Titans. It'll be interesting to see how both teams line up next week after this match. But what can you say? That is the end of the game. And the Cowboys do take the win. Moving on from second last, as now making it 2 from 2. And the other two, and the Titans are also 2 from 2 now, so it actually sort of opens up evenly. So good to say at the very least. So about 15 minutes away from the start of the second half, so we'll take about a 5 minute, probably not a 5 minute break. We'll probably just cross over a little bit, and then basically you'll get immediately sent now to the next stream. So should be good. Thank you very much for watching, and let's go into the South Sydney Rabbitohs